Do you know what the most important step is when purchasing a building? That's right, it's a site check. And a lot of people are like, sure, my land's flat, you can get a building back there. Well, I'm gonna get some tips from an expert hauler that I personally know, Brant Harkey. Let me go get him.
Hey, you're talking about site checks to get a building in. So a couple quick things you want to look at, tips to get a building in. One thing we look at if you're building a building, bringing a building through, is your width of your space. So you want at least a foot on each side. So if you're getting a 12 wide building, you want a 14-foot width to take it through. So you talk about the width having enough room, but what about the height? Good thing to keep in mind where you're taking the building through is if there's power lines or cable lines or stuff that may be in the way. This one you could probably push up with a wood stick in worst case scenario to get a building through, but something else to look at. The trees that are that way, we need some room on each side of the building. Plus these right here, these nice little briars on these bushes, you'd want to trim that out, get that smooth so we're laying, or you're putting the building down in a freshly cut area and not somewhere a bunch of brush. The actual location, if it's wet, if it's been raining, weather's a big factor. So how soft it may be. So take your heel of your foot and shove it in. That's a good example of how hard the ground's going to be. All right, so looking at the grade of where you're putting the building, the highest point's going to be back there. So we're going to be leveling the building up from there to here. So it's important to keep in mind where you're putting the building, also where your door's going to be in case you need to have a ramp or steps or anything like that towards it. So these are the things we look at when bringing your shed out to deliver it for you.
If you guys are still a little bit confused, that's okay. Give us a call. We'll come out and do a site check completely free. It's always best to have a second eye or two to come out and determine if you do have a good spot for that building and what size. Give us a call. We're here to help. Thanks.